Hi there, folks. Welcome back to Mossy Roots Farm. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I plan to do with this sacrifice paddock coming this spring. So it's still a little early yet, but I do plan on doing this spring. So you see this grass difference here, right? You see how it's extremely green, looks really good, and then nothing, right? Well, last year I fed round bales here all winter, and I spread seed in the springtime. But I only spread seed on half of it, and I don't know if I can get a good half visualization for you guys. Maybe right here you can. So the test I did was to see if seed was worth it. I wanted to see no seed regeneration versus seed regeneration. And the reason for that is if seed costs you, let's just say you need a 50-pound bag for this section, and it's going to cost you, what was I paying, like $200 or something a bag, let's just say. So $200 is quite pricey. How many round bales is that? Well, for me, that's about 5 round bales. So if I didn't put grass seed, this is what I would get. If I did put grass seed, this is what I got. So for $200, 5 round bales a year, because, you know, like that was a one-time $200 purchase. And this may have produced 5 round bales all year if I had grass seeded all of it and used the whole 50-pound bag. Now, you may be able to find seed cheaper, and I may be completely wrong in my pricing, but just something I wanted to share. So I definitely think I will be planting again this year. One thing I would love to do is yet another trial, because I'm always trying new things. I want to plant sorghum Sudan grass, and I may, and I have not decided this yet, I may do 3 separate strips. I may do like this strip here as nothing, the next strip over is sorghum Sudan, and the last strip is pasture grass. And the reason I plan to do that is, one, I want to try the sorghum Sudan out. I've never grown it, never done anything with it, have no idea what it's like, what its nutrient requirements are, or anything of the nature. So I want to test it out, make sure it's something that I like and is cheap enough for me to justify in my operation. So if I do that, I will attempt to do 3 equal sections because I want to show what just pasture grass alone would do, what just sorghum Sudan alone would do, and what nothing would result in. Because a lot of the time, folks will give me, they'll give me crap, see? Because I beat the crap out of this ground. And I do, I agree, 100%. But when you beat it up this bad and add nutrients from animals and hay, you end up rejuvenating the soil and bringing it back 10 times better. That's the whole point of this stuff, is you take your worst ground, which, okay, this isn't necessarily my absolute worst ground, but it's not great, that's for sure. So if you take pretty bad ground and you do something like this on it, it helps rejuvenate it. If you do something like this, beat the crap out of it and put grass seed, look at how well this is growing. And I think it's still growing right now. And in fact, I know it's still growing because if you look at the tips of these grass blades, I don't know if it'll come into focus there, they are not chopped off. This is new growth. Now you can see here there was a piece that was nibbled, but the rest of this was not. So again, I think it all works. I think it can be done. I just look at cost. And the reason I look at cost is because I look at a holistic approach. I don't look at what this mama cow is going to net me and then figure out the feed costs. I figure out how to feed mama the cheapest I can while keeping her healthy and fat and producing good high quality children like this one here. I make sure I take all of that into consideration, but if I don't need to spend $200 on a seed bag and I can do away with no seed at all, then I will. Now, obviously, this test would show otherwise, which, okay, fine, I agree. But again, that's why I do these tests. A lot of people will say, you got to do this, you got to do that, and with the common sense grazing method, the common sense farming method, maybe I need to just talk about it as the common sense farming method, you do what makes sense for your farm. these bale rings make sense. Bale grazing like this makes sense. Beating up the soil, beating up the dirt, getting it all mixed in. Heck, you see right there, there's a brown spot. That's clay. That's why my soil stays so wet. A real heavy clay. That's why I got to do what I do. But if you got a sandy piece of ground, you don't have to do what I do. If you got a loamy piece of ground, you don't have to do what I got to do. I have a lot of heavy clay, and that's my problem. But you guys will have to stay tuned, have to watch for future episodes. Hopefully, I videotape actually spreading the seed. I do need to go and actually find some sorghum Sudan. I don't know where has it because I've never ordered it before. I've never tried it before, so we'll see. But hopefully I could show you guys a video of me actually spreading the seed out. And while I do that, show you guys what I do to get the cows to incorporate it all back in. Because I think that's the big thing, right? If I were to just go out there and put seed in this, it would never germinate because it needs to get incorporated in. And maybe I boogered it up because last year I did something different that I can talk about when I'm seeding, but it's worth a shot, right? Alrighty guys, Remy says he'll see you on the next one.